Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Mr. Daddy and everyone. My name is Miftahul Jannah, NPM 2018-01-589. In here I want to tell you about tech step to feel better about yourself. Yeah, that's about self-esteem. Do you know self-esteem before? Okay, I want to tell you about self-esteem. Self-esteem is confidence on our abilities or self-respect. Self-esteem encompasses belief about oneself. For example, I'm in love or I'm worthy, as well as emotional stress such as triumph, despair, pride, and shame. Smith and Mackey defined it by saying the self-concept is that what we think about the self. Self-esteem is the positive or negative evolutions of the self, as in how we feel about it. Self-esteem is an attractive psychological construct because it predicts certain outcomes such as academic achievement, happiness, satisfaction in marriage and relationship, and criminal behavior. Self-esteem can apply to specific attributes or globally. Psychologists usually regard self-esteem as an enduring personality characteristic. Great self-esteem, thought normal, short-term, variation or state self-esteem also exists. Synonym or near synonym of self-esteem include self-worth, self-regard, self-respect, and self-integrity. Low self-esteem can negatively affect virtually every phase of your life. But you can low self-esteem, it can negatively affect every phase of your life, including your relationship, your job, and your health. But you can boost your self-esteem by taking cues from types of mental health counseling. Consider these steps based on cognitive behavioral therapy. 1. Identify troubling condition or situation. Think of a condition or situation that seems to deflate your self-esteem. Common triggers might include A. A work or school presentation. B. A crisis at work or home. C. A challenge with a supposed loved one, co-worker, or other close contact. D. A change in roles or life circumstance such as job loss or a child leaving home. Okay, and 2. Become aware of thoughts and beliefs. Once you identify troubling situation, pay attention to your thoughts about them. This includes what you tell yourself or self-talk and your interpretation of what the situation means. Your thought and belief might be positive, negative, or neutral. They might be rational based on the real fact or irrational based on false ideas. Ask yourself if these beliefs are true. Will you say them to your friend? If you will, don't say them to someone else. Don't say them to yourself. Okay, point 3. Challenge negative or inaccurate thinking. Your initial thought might not be the only way to view a situation. So test the accuracy of your thought. Ask yourself whether your view is consistent with fact and logic, or whether other explanation for the situation might be plausible. Be aware that it can be hard to recognize inaccurate thinking. Long-held thought and belief can feel normal and factual. Even though many are just opinion or perception, also pay attention to thought patterns that erode self-esteem. A. all or nothing thinking. You see things as either all good or all bad. For example, if I don't success in this text, I'm not totally failure. B. Mental filtering. You see only negative and dwell on them, distorting your view of a person's situation. For example, I made a mistake on that report and now everyone will realize I'm not up of this job. C. Converting positive into negative. You reject your achievement and other positive variants by insisting that they don't count. For example, I only did well on that test because it was so easy. D. Jumping to negative conclusion. You reach a negative conclusion when a little or no evidence support. For example, my friend hasn't replied to my email, so I must have do something to make her angry. A. Mistaking feeling for fact. You confuse feeling or belief with fact. For example, I feel like failure, so I must be a failure. F. Negative self-talk. You undervalue yourself, put yourself down, or use self-depressing humor. For example, I don't deserve anything better. Point 4. Adjust your thought and beliefs. Now replace negative or accurate thought with accurate, constructive thought. Track these strategies. A. Use hopeful statement. Treat yourself with kindness and encouragement. Instead of thinking your presentation won't go well, try telling yourself such a even though it's good, I can handle this situation. B. Forgive yourself. Everyone make mistake, and mistakes aren't permanent reflection on you as a person. They are isolated moment in time. Tell yourself, I made a mistake, but that doesn't make me bad person. C. Avoid should and must statement. If you find that your thoughts are full of this word, you might be putting unreasonable demands on yourself or on others. Removing this word from your thought can lead to moralistic expectation. D. Focus and positive. Think about the parts of your life that work well. Consider that skill you have used to cope with challenging situations. A. Consider what you have learned. If it was negative experience, what might you do differently to next time to create a more positive outcome? F. Reliable upsetting thought. You don't need to react negatively thought. Instead, think or negative thoughts a signal to try new help patterns. Ask yourself, what can I think to do make this less stressful? G. Encourage yourself. Give your credit for making positive change. For example, my presentation don't have been perfect, but my colleagues ask questions and remain engaged, which means that I accomplished my goal. You might also try this step based on acceptance and commitment therapy. 1. Identify troubling condition or situation. Think about the condition or situation that seems to deflate your self-esteem. Once you have identified troubling situation, pay attention to your thought about them. 2. Step back from your thought. Repeat your negative thoughts many times or write them down in unusual way, such as with your non-dominant hand. Imagine seeing your negative thought written on a different object. You might even sing a song about them in your hand. This exercise can help you step back from thought and belief that are often automatic and observe them. Instead of trying to change your thought, distance yourself from your thought, realize that they are nothing more or less than words. 3. Accept your thought. Instead of fighting, resisting, or being overwhelmed by negative thoughts or feelings, accept them. You don't have to like them, just allow yourself to feel them. Negative thoughts don't need to be controlled, changed, or accept upon. Aim to lessen the power of your negative thought that and their influence on your behavior. This step might seem awkward at first, but they will get easier with practice. As you begin to recognize that thought and belief are contributing to your low self-esteem, you can counter them or change the way you think about them. This will help you accept your value as a person. As your self-esteem increases, your confidence and sense of well-being are likely to soar. In addition to this suggestion, try to remember on a daily basis that you are worth special care. To that end, be sure to A. Take care of yourself. Follow good health guidelines. Try to exercise at least 13 minutes a day most day of the week. Eat a lot of food, vegetables, limit sweets, junk food, and animal fats. B. Do things you enjoy. Start by making a list of things you like to do. Try to do something from that list every day, and C. Spend time with people who makes you happy. Don't waste time on people who don't treat you well. Okay, that's simple explain about self-esteem. I'm sorry if my grammar and my pronunciation so bad. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.